give you one moment to settle yourself in. So setting yourself up, this is the master breath. This is the start of 2022. So this is day 3. In the notes on YouTube and on Vimeo, under the video, you'll see that there says day 1, 1 through 10 is a minute. 11 through 20 is a minute and a half. 21 through 30 is 2 minutes, and 31 through 40 is 3 minutes. So what we're doing is, over time, we're building up the stamina of the breath. All day long our breath is shifting, it's erratic, it follows our attention and our response to what we see. That erratic pattern of our breathing is very often taught to us and provided to us as we grow into this life of our own. By using the master breath, by using this breath of fire, this consistent little exhalation, we create a pattern that's steady. The breath is involuntary, meaning that we breathe without choice, without awareness. We breathe all day, just as digestion is involuntary. Coughing can be involuntary. But when we make it voluntary, we make a choice about it, we make it ours. So mastering the breath is about shifting from an involuntary life to a voluntary life. This is just happening, I'm coasting along and I'm reacting, and then this is what I'm aiming to do, because this is what I'm here to do. This is a big difference. And this is the practice to get us there. So we take the first 25 minutes and we move into the body to clarify. And if that's all the time you have, use it for yoga asana. And clear yourself out and get a clear head. And after that, we will settle in and have this very steady breath. So to start, you want to have your blanket folded into a thick rectangle so that it's sitting you high. That if I take my my blanket or a towel and I take it from a larger rectangle and fold it down, it gets thicker and narrower, and then I have something to sit up on. This gets my heart a little higher and my palms come together. So because we're in that window of day 1 to 10, we'll do the breath ratio just for 1 minute each. And we'll build that up slowly, steadily, wisely over time. And in that, may we be guided. So we tune in, Ong Namo Guru Dev Namo, 3 times. Inhale. Om Namo Guru Dev Namo. Om Namo Guru Dev Namo. Om Namo Guru Dev Namo. Roll your shoulders, roll your wrists, and find your seat. So your heels are under your knees. We just start out in a sweet circle. As rolling through the bottom of a bowl. Hands on knees, Finding the outer edges of your hips, front, back, left, right. Inhale across the front, exhale across the back. And from the base of that bowl, can you circle your navel? So a little higher. Circle the heart. And the throat. Letting the spine move in all directions. And then just a little quicker and a little taller, as though you were stirring a tall glass with a spoon. 5, 4, 3, 2. And then let it coast to a stop. And reverse. Start at the base. As though you were polishing the inside of a great bowl. Feel that outer edge of your hips. And then circle through the navel, a little higher into the body. And our aim is less the circle and more the pliability. Circle your heart. So feel where you aren't pliable. Help it move. The throat. And then that lightening, that quickening, that stirring in a tall glass. 5, 4, 3, 2. Pause at the center. Take your navel back and forward, and back and forward. Exhale and inhale. You're moving from your hips, and your chest and your heart are simply following where the hips are going. And keep that movement. Widen your hands to your knees. Exhale, inhale, exhale, inhale. And then get a little more committed. Really a sensation almost of pumping. A pulse of movement through the spine. So you start to generate a little bit of ability. And with that ability, a little bit of strength. And with the strength, a little bit of heat. Right from the belly button, forward and back. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4. To pause tall, inhale, and then 3 sips at the top. Tuck your chin, hold it up, a little shake, hold the breath, loosen around it, call your attention up, 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 lift your chin, breathe out, let go, stay tall. Fingertips to your shoulders, turning left and turning right. Moving up through the body. And we can think that we're turning here from the chest, but really you're turning from the navel and the shoulders and the elbows and the chin. They're following the instruction and the strength of the navel. So you're turning from the core, the abdominal muscles, the outer hips and the low back, and let the upper back and the chest follow along. Inhale left, exhale right, just steady. And then allow your wrists to rise over your elbows. And still turning from the navel. Getting a little taller, opening the inner arm right to the fingertips. Good. And then take your hands higher, interlace your fingers, point at the ceiling. Make a steeple and turn left, turn right. Inhale left, exhale right. Get quick, get tall. 5, 4, 3, 2. Find the center. Inhale up 3 sips more. Fill it to the top. Tuck your chin and reach into your fingertips. Heart comes up, chin comes in. You're calling your energy up, 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 right through the spine, right to the top of your head. Lift your chin, breathe out, go wide and let it go. So we're just starting to activate our energy. As though blowing all the clouds away to see the sky again. And from there we come to hands and knees. From this energy we come into the body and we start to move into the limbs. And so unfolding your blanket one time, moving the ladybugs, hands and knees. And from hands and knees, child's pose, folding back, inching your fingers forward, wagging your tail, folding all the way in. To inhale, rise up and tuck your toes and find your dog. Sway your hips, wag your tail, bend one knee, bend the other, and then find your dog. Knees are soft, hips are high. On inhale, find your hands and knees. And on exhale, round back, tuck the chin, child's pose. So there's our flow. Into hands and knees, rising up. Tucking the toes, pressing back, down dog. To hands and knees to breathe in. To child's pose to breathe out. To rise. And to dog. 3 more. Arriving at your dog, walk it out a beat, and then be still. A little bend in the knees, lifting the base of your seat up, pressing the base of your thumbs down, wrapping your upper arms back towards your heart. And bringing your knees to the floor. There are 3 options. 1, the knees together. Tuck your toes under and sit on your heels, which will open your feet. If that's too much, take a block. Highest setting is on its edge. Sit it down between your feet. Or if it needs to be lower, set it down. So most modified, I'm going to stay on my feet. Tuck my toes under and sit on my heels a beat. The strap is the width of my shoulders. And I'm just rising up overhead, heart coming through, rounding down through the chest. So that same spinal flexion, but adding the arms. And as you round down, imagine bending your elbows wide, bring the strap towards your heart, and then lift it up and through. back towards the heart, elbows wide, and then up and through. So perhaps as you make some space, you begin to narrow the clasp on that strap. Or even as you make some space in the shoulders, the strap comes down, interlace your fingers, turn your palms away, draw your knuckles towards your heart, and then sweep up 10 and round. Exhaling, inhale up, exhale down. 8. So the movement of your spine is now going from the hips all the way to the hands. 3, 2, and 1. Good. Bring your hands down, flatten your feet, tuck your chin, round your back deeply. Turn your thumbs forward, your fingertips wide, and as you release your navel down, your heart forward, continue round and release. And try to draw your hands apart. So you've created this opening at the hips and at the navel, and with the strap now you've opened the chest. And as you try to pull your hands apart, you're opening all the way through the upper back, the base of the neck, and the fluidity of your spine is becoming easy. And swift. 5, 4. Good. Pause, neutral. Fingers point forward, find your dog, and just let that run through you. A little more space through the arms, a little wag of the tail. Bend the knees deeply, lift your heels over the balls of your feet, lift your hips high, drop your heels back. A bend of the knees. Deep, deep bend. Lift your heels over the balls of your feet. Press your feet down. Lift your hips high. Then your heels back and down. One more. Bend your knees. Heels over the toes. Hips up. Back down. Good. Look to your hands and step your right foot to your right thumb. Put your left knee to the floor. Take your hands up high. And then shift your weight forward and back. Start to bring the movement from your left foot to your left knee, from your left knee up through your navel, through your heart, and right up through the fingertips. Opening and closing. 3, 2, good. Now drop your hands, shift your weight back, pause and interlace your fingers, knuckles down. Now the chest broadens. Knuckles down, begin to bend your right knee. Little pulse forward, settle your way in. Press your left toes down into the mat, your left hip forward, lifting your hands away from your hips. Slowly bend the right knee. So the heart comes through. The hands lift, the chest is open for 3, for 2. Good. As you release your hands, tuck your chin, step back, downward facing dog, walk your dog. Let it all the way out of your hips. Step your left foot forward, bring your right knee down, take your hands up high, sweep up, and hips back, hands back. Sweep up, opening, and closing. So that you're starting to feel the full range, all these hinges, and the momentum that moves between them. And the breath that connects it all. So as you drop your hands now, keep your hips back. Interlace your fingers, knuckles down. And start to make your way forward, slowly bending the left knee. Right hip is coming forward. Right toes press down. Hands rise. So you can go as far forward as you like, as far back as you need to. And just take 3 slow, full breaths to start to continue to open the chest. The shoulder blades towards the spine, the arms so straight, all the way to the back of the neck, opening the right side hip, the right side thigh. And bring your hands down and down dog. Wag your tail deeply. What we want is open access through the body. Bend your knees deeply. Lift your heels. Lift your hips. Take your heels back and down. 2 more. Bend your knees. Lift your heels. Lift your hips. Press your hands to drop your heels. Heels, hips, hands. And stay. Good. Walk your feet to your hands, sit down on your blanket. Walk your right foot out, bend your left knee, and turn your right hand around your left shin and turn to the left. You will uncross, left foot down, right knee bends, wrap to the right, looking right. So walk it out, bend the left, turn left. Staff pose at the center, turn right. Inhale, center. Exhale, left. Inhale, center. Exhale, right. We'll continue 10 more. So start out aware of the backs of your hips and the backs of your legs, that you could turn from the base. And from the base, you start to turn through the navel. From the navel, you turn into the rib cage. And all the way up under the arms. The sides of your jaw. Turn to the left and stay. Turn only the head to the front shoulder, to the back shoulder, to the front shoulder, and to the back. Shake out your right knee. Drop the right thigh, turning further, and letting go. Bend your right knee, turn to the right, sitting tall. Turn your chin to the left shoulder and to the right. Inhale, left. Exhale, right. Stay turned back. Shake out your left thigh up and down, side to side. Be heavy in your left thigh. It sits you up taller. The taller you are, the easier to turn. Navel to spine. And center. Legs out, hands beside your hips. Sit tall. And notice the axis, the center of you that has come clear. That's supported and free of the hips and supported by but free of the shoulders. So it's from here that we fold to a simple seat. Fold your blanket in half again. And then just a little bit side to side. We've got front to back, left to right. And now over the top. One hand down, one hand over. Inhale to reach, exhale to change. 30 seconds. Begin to add your chin as you reach, look up under the armpit. Look the other way. For 3. For 2, keep looking up. So you're coming right to the crown of the head. Stay with the left hand down. Look up. Press your left hand down and away. Drop your right hip. Open and close your right hand. Spin the palm of the right hand to face the floor. Your thumb points back. Your chin turns in. And the right hand down. The left hand all the way up. Good. Right hand press down, left hip drop down. Open and close the left hand. Turn your chin a little further into the left armpit. Spin the left hand to see the floor. The thumb turns back. Right to the top of your head and sit tall, hands on thighs. Notice the very top of your head. Let it all settle and remain bright and tall. But sometimes this is all the time we have, so know that it's here. That at the end of the day, when you feel heavy or inert or out of balance, that is the simplest set of movements, and it took you 30 minutes. So turn, shift, shake, whatever needs to go. It actually took you 25. And build a seat. So your seat can be with your heels under your knees and your spine tall. You can add an extra blanket beneath you. Get a little taller. Adam always needs a little extra height. If sitting on a chair is best, go there. Or if you prefer one shin down, the heel pointing in, the other shin in. Whatever your seat looks like, you are at ease without tension in the hips or the knees. So that seated tall, you feel steady. So that steadiness is what you are amplifying. Because now we begin. So if you put your hand on your belly and with the sound, the whisper ha, you feel your belly move towards your spine. Keep that going and move slowly enough that you feel it, the hand come back out. You feel the sensation drop back down into the belly. And then quicken that. Close your mouth, out the nose. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Good. That will be the breath of fire. Bring your palms together. Now we add a mudra. We add the placement of the hands. And the placement of your hands directs the energy of your breath. So put your thumbs to your sternum, to the bone right where your ribs meet. Bring your palms together clearly. So the palms lightly pressed, especially the heels of the hands. And then the thumbs meet and elevate the sternum. The heart comes up, the chin comes in. You are a firm, clear structure. Open your mouth, find a whisper of ha. Here we go. Close the mouth, out the nose, close the eyes. A minute. Five, 4, 3, 2. Inhale. Chin up, 3 more sips. Tuck your chin, cap the top, hold the energy of the breath in your body, and pulse the pelvic floor like you were closing a drawstring, as though you were stopping a stream of urine, and gather the whole pelvic floor in and up, sex organs. Pause, chin up, breath out, let it all go. Turn your left palm to face forward, thumb down. Put your right hand on top, thumb up, and clasp your fingers. Put your thumbs against the sides of your hand. Sorry, we're about to have a disaster with the cat. Okay. Sitting tall. Start with a ha. Close your mouth, out the nose, steady, a minute. Hands are the height of your heart, lightly pull against the hands. Elbows widening, heart comes up, chin comes in, give yourself a structure. Fill the structure with light. Five, four, three, two. Inhale, chin up, 3 sips. Tuck your chin, hold the breath, hold the posture, lightly pull against your hands, lift the pelvic floor and pulse the pelvic floor 3 times, right? Hold, chin up, breath out, all release. Notice, just let it be, let it rearrange, let it untangle. Release and restore. Left palm faces forward, right hand on top of that, right palm faces you, clasp your hands, bear grip. Hands now the height of your throat, so a little higher. Gently pull against your hands, build the structure. Feel it with your chin up. It's not contained. Tuck your chin. Now pull against the clasp and feel how that holds you. Into that space, open your mouth, out with a ha. Close your mouth, out the nose, a minute we go. Five, four, three, two. Inhale, chin up. 3 sills, fill it. Tuck your chin, cap that, pulse the pelvic floor. 3, 2. Hold that. Hold the base, hold the top. And release, chin up, breath out, hands down. Be still. Let it through. Clearing old ways, inviting new intelligence. Left palm faces forward. Right palm faces you, eyes closed, clasp, hands the height of the forehead or overhead. Find the slight tension in your arms, heart up, chin in. Find the tension, a structure, an architecture. That's your space. Out the mouth with a ha. Close the mouth, out the nose. Elbows wide, chin in, 30 seconds. Five, four, three, two. Inhale, chin up. 3 sips. Tuck your chin, hold. Gather the pelvic floor, 3 pulses, and then hold that last pulse. And be still. Chin up, breath out, hands wide. Now watch, palms open, elbows bend, stay like an open blossom. Long, deep breathing. On your exhalation, navel to spine, empty the navel, the chest, the throat. Breathing into the throat, the chest, then the navel. Out the navel, then the chest, then the throat. Breathing in through the throat, the chest, to the navel. Continue slow, smooth, and circular. Breathing in, throat, chest, belly. Out, belly, chest, throat. Follow it. A little longer. Good, palms together. Press the palms, fingers up, elbows wide, thumbs to the sternum, a little lift, tuck your chin, a little lift. So heart comes up, chin comes in, open the mouth. Close the mouth, out the nose, a minute we go. 3, 2, 1. Set it down and notice. Now you're beginning to feel your own power. You set the pattern of your breath. You set the pattern of your mind. You override yesterday and yesterday's yesterday. And the patterns and the habit that were handed to you that are not yours. Feel this. Sovereignty. Mastery. Myself. And then we begin to swim. So find that whisper. Close the mouth, out the nose. So starting low, it's as though you were dog paddling in the water. Steady breath, same pulsing breath. As your shoulders open, it turns into the crawl. If you need to pause, you shake it out, you come back in. It's only day 3. Be wise, be kind, be steady. You're overriding all the other inner chatter. Start to feel if maybe that crawl starts to get easier, starts to get bigger, starts to feel supportive, rather than something you're fighting. Can it be something that you're just exploring, investigating, participating in, being carried by, moving through? You got 1 minute to go. Five, 4, 3, 2, good. Shake it out and then sweep it up, breath in. At the top, 3 sips. Tuck your chin, cap the top, pulse the bottom. Pulsing the pelvic floor, 3, 2, 1. Gather it, pause. Chin up. Breath out, hands down, let it go. Notice. Feel how much potential energy exists in your body. Each cell is filled with hundreds of mitochondria. Little engines, little battery packs waiting to be asked, to be called on. This energy is made within us. And with that energy is light, and with that light there is love, and with that love there is guidance. Let it through. Last place, the palms together, the thumbs to the heart. So soft, tender. Press your palms hard up, chin in, make the structure lightest of breaths. Close your mouth, out your nose, so soft, the final 30 seconds. Ten, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2. Let go. Hands down, breath in. Heart up, chin in, stay, pulse. 3, 2, pause. So still, so full, so bright. Chin up, breath out, release. That humming, that vitality, you made that. You, the physical body, you, the breath body, you, the mental body, giving instruction for the breath, and then the breath following its own innate function, it enlivens the physical body. We are made of layers and layers of wisdom and choices and light. Build your Shavasana wisely, because we are here for 8 minutes, so that all of what we've done gets soaked into the bones, into the organs, into the memory, into the breath, into the day. So I'm going to open my blanket that it's long enough that the back of my head is supported and the backs of my hips are supported. I'm adding a blanket because it's cold. And I'm going to put my blocks lengthwise under the backs of my calves. So as you lie back, set yourself up for total comfort so that you are warm and quiet. The back of your head is supported and the backs of your hands are resting easy. The meat of your calves is resting on the backs of the blocks. And there's an effortlessness. You are held by all of it. Allow your breathing to help you to make adjustments, shifting, tucking the shoulder blades under your back. Lift up off the block and come back down so that the legs are absolutely at ease. The slightest tuck of the chin, the back of the neck is long. And on the exhalation, feel the weight of your body dropping into the backs of your calves and your hips and your shoulders and your hands. And rather than simply just rest, if you choose, for 3 breaths, sink. Let your eyeballs sink beneath the eyelids. Feel the organs in your abdomen sink further into the body. Feel the heels and the hands and the head sink toward the floor. Deepening your breathing. Feeling into the fingers and the toes. You'll just bend one knee, put your foot flat on the block or the floor, and then bend the other. Roll to your right side and come to your seat. Sitting tall, sweep wide, gather it up. Bring your palms together, bring it down the middle, go one more like that. Just let it go and sweep wide. Inhaling up. Long sat, short nam, I am this. Thumbs at the forehead center. Inhaling. Sat nam. Sat nam. Sat nam, I see myself. Namaste, I see you. Building this sense of mastering the breath to master ourselves. Those layers that we start to relate to, the physical body that provides structure, the breath body that provides function, the mental body that provides instruction, the wisdom of what we've thought over time. Inside all of it, the bliss and the soul and the light. Those layers are a part of who we are. We are multidimensional beings. You are multidimensional, and you can feel it from here. And that's exactly what the topic is for this spring. My ownership intensive is about these layers, the koshas. Panchakosha, 5-layer, is how the yogis explain how we can heal using all aspects of ourselves to free the physical body, to free the breath and the vital functions, to free the thoughts, to free the beliefs, so that we act from our light, from our soul. We do that through the breath, and we do that through our words. So if you want to know more, hop online, marthamcalpin.com/ownership, and there you'll see a form, and you and I will have an awesome conversation to know more, to see if it fits you. Starts December 5th if you're coming in person. Starts February 5th, and it starts February 12th if you want the Zoom version. 3 weekends. Wonderful, wonderful awareness of how you are made, so that you can make choices about how you want to live. I'll see you there. Sat Nam.